This is the LeMieux Report for the week of April 27th. Topic 1. Sine die with no budget likely. It appears Florida lawmakers will fail to pass the budget by the end of session on Friday, the only piece of legislation the body is constitutionally required to approve each year. Complicating the differences over the budget, which includes differences about the tobacco tax and Seminole gaming, is a warning from Moody's Investors Service that the state's bond rating could be downgraded, a drop that could cost taxpayers billions in interest. But a budget deal could go a long way towards averting a downgrade. Bottom line, lawmakers will not reach agreement on a budget this week and are likely to use the remaining days of the session to resolve pending policy issues, reconvening for a special session in mid to late May to pass a new budget before the 2009-2010 fiscal year begins on July 1st. Topic 2. Florida's energy future, oil drilling and renewable energy. Last week, Representative Dean Cannon unveiled a legislative proposal that would give the Florida cabinet the authority to approve proposals for oil drilling off the coast of Florida between 3 and 10 miles from shore. The legislation is on the fast track. If passed by the full House and Senate and signed by the governor, the legislation would reverse a ban on drilling off the coast of the Sunshine State that has been in place for decades. Also traveling its way through the Florida Senate is Governor Christ's proposal to set utility emission standards, requiring utility companies to generate at least 20% of their power from clean energy by 2020. The measure has not seen much movement in the House. Bottom line, look for some wheeling and dealing in the coming days with a trade of proposed drilling exploration in exchange for the renewable portfolio standards. Topic 3. Seminoles sweeten the pot. With the gaming compact one of the sticking points between the House and Senate, the Seminole tribe is sweetening the pot. Last week, Governor Christ and representatives from the Seminole tribe of Florida released an addendum to the original compact. It will provide an upfront payment of $600 million in the current year and a $500 million option in year 2 for a total of $1.1 billion in new revenue over the next 2 budget years. The agreement works by front-loading payments the Seminoles would make over time in order to relieve the budget stress the state is now facing. Bottom line, the new deal is better for the state and for the Seminoles. Florida gets more of the education funding she needs up front. The Seminoles get the certainty they need to build and expand their operations, which will create thousands of new jobs for Floridians. Topic 4. Obameter after 100 days. Earlier this year, the LeMieux Report recognized the St. Petersburg Times, founders of PolitiFact.com, for launching the Obameter to track progress President Obama is making in fulfilling his more than 500 campaign promises. Promises kept? So far, President Obama has kept 27 campaign promises, with another 61 in the works. The president promised to increase the number of green initiatives, for example, and did so by including funding for solar, wind, and other alternative energy research in the most recent stimulus package. While Obama signed an executive order banning former lobbyists from working on matters they had lobbied on during the previous 2 years, he included a waiver clause that the administration can invoke whenever necessary, therefore breaking that promise. Bottom line, with 27 promises kept, 61 in the works, and only a few broken, President Obama seems off to a decent start. Though with over 500 campaign promises made on the trail, will 4 years be enough time? The American public seems to agree, with Obama receiving a 69% approval rating in a recent Washington Post ABC News poll. Topic 5. Top foreclosure cities concentrated in Florida and 3 other states. A report released last week by Reality Track and published by USA Today shows that the 26 cities with the worst foreclosure rates in the first quarter of 2009 were all concentrated in Arizona, California, Florida, and Nevada. The cities with the highest foreclosure rates were Las Vegas, Merced, California, and the Cape Coral-Fort Myers region. California posted the next 5, while Port St. Lucie came in 10th for Florida's second showing in the top 10. So far in 2009, the number of households facing the threat of foreclosures increased 24%, with 804,000 homes involved in at least one portion of the foreclosure process, up from 650,000 during the first 3 months of 2008. Bottom line, the Sunshine State was home to 9 of the top 26 cities with the worst foreclosure rates. Sliding unemployment will continue to challenge the Florida housing market as unemployed workers will struggle to make ends meet. Look for the housing and job markets to hit bottom and stabilize by the first quarter of 2010.